Hey guys, I'm tying a version of Big T's rubber-legged nymph. It's been working really well for me. So we got like a size 18 or 16 scud hook in there, a brown small bead. I don't know what size it is. I got some banded feathers here. I'm gonna use the tail, just 3 or 4 little. I think they're dry fly feathers, and that's olive thread, olive 70 denier. I like 70 denier thread, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those feathers on there. Those whatever. Fibers. I'll pull them up. I don't like that tail too long.
I broke it.
How'd you break it? Spence, I'm making a video.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Alright, I'm gonna wrap that back, and then I am going to, it's okay, bud, wrap in just a piece of cut black thread in there. Like a little wrap over there, just one wrap like that. Maybe I'll go 2, that sounds good. This is a piece of rubber leg material that has some little specks in it. This is like a yellow. See, it's yellow, Spence? Okay. I'm gonna push this up. I'm gonna actually cut that feather off while I'm thinking of it. That didn't work, did it? There we go. And then I'm just gonna wrap my thread all the way back up to the front. I'm gonna tie this in. Try to get real close in there. Down like that, really tight, and then I'm going to pull this rubber legging material, flatten out my thread as best I can, wrap that all the way back to the tail. Whew, I had not enough coffee this morning, it's hard to focus. Let me get back.
I'll get you some. You got coffee cup?
I have some coffee right there. Thanks, Spence, I appreciate it.
You should have a sip of it.
I'm going to have a sip of it right now. How about that? Does that sound good, partner? Here we go.
Dad, after you're done with the video, can I make one?
Mm-hmm. Sure you can. So, okay, so now I've got that back to where I want it. I'm going to keep that thread flat. I'm going to wrap it all the way back up to the front. What I like to do now is tie in a piece of hot orange fluoro thread. Little trick there. Tied in. I'm going to push that up like that. And then I'm going to just do a couple little wraps to try and get that thing to stay put. Before I cut off the tag, it has a tendency to want to be a punk. I don't like punks in this house. I'm going to trim off that shorter tag there. I know it's a lot of waste, but get out of here. Okay, and then this is going to become, it's going to fall out. Let's try it again. Let's unravel some of that. Get this back in there. Okay, let's try this again. So we'll do that. I like to pull. Oh, thanks, Spencer. That's okay.
I just gave him a little piece of cardboard.
Oh, well, that's a good dog treat. Is a piece of cardboard is always a good dog treat, isn't it?
Yeah, he likes it.
He sure does. Alrighty. You feeling better today, Spencer?
Yeah,
Oh, good. You gonna have fun? First day of Christmas break today.
I know.
So maybe what I'll do is I'll wrap that like that, and then I'll cut that thread. What do you think? Okay. We gotta have that little hot orange hot spot there. Alright, I'm gonna add a little hackle pliers here just chill out measure here, and then I'm gonna snip that thread, that little tag right there, really super close. I actually did this wrong. Again. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. So I'm gonna keep moving this stuff out the way. Yeah, that would be Bryson Pladdock going crazy. Alright, so just gonna wrap that kind of tight, but it's not important because it's gonna be covered up with that rubber leg material and some other junk. So I like to go back a little bit further than you might expect to go with a hot spot because you're gonna put some dubbing on there.
Bigger piece.
And then I'm gonna just wrap that. I like to go twice behind and maybe just once in front. Well, that was actually twice, wasn't it? Okay, now I'm gonna snip that one real close because that one matters. And I'm telling you what, when you fish this thing is going to kill it. You're absolutely going to destroy some fish out there. I'm gonna give that a quick whip finish so I can use the rotary feature. There we go, just one whip finish. I'm gonna pull my little jammy around from the outside there. I'm sure that's the technical name for it. I seem to have lost my tail, but it doesn't matter. You can fish this thing with just a blank hook and it would still catch fish. All right, so I'm gonna pull that pretty snug. And I'm going to wrap that rubber leg around with touching wraps. And it's gonna be a little snugger pull near the back, and then it's going to loosen up as I get to the front. And what you can see is if I use that yellow rubber legging material over the olive, I mean, it just looks like a tasty bug that no fish could refuse. And then when I move towards the orange, that orange shines through that rubber legging material too, adding kind of like a flare, if you want to call it a flare. I don't really like to use that word very often. I'm gonna move that this way because it makes for better cinematic, whatever the word is. Alrighty, so there we go. So now we've got the basic rubber-legged nymph, but I'm gonna do two in front there. I'm gonna try and pull this really tight so that when I snip that rubber leg, it jams back in there. And then I'll maybe just give it one for good measure. Okay, now here's the key. This is where my version is probably 7,000 times better than Big T's, is that I use this piece of black thread and then I spin whatever that thing is called. And what I do now is I forget. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, oh shoot. So now I'm gonna move this over here. And then what I do is I use this black thread that's spun really tight, and I am going to probably do something like this, right? Which way did I spin that last time? This time, right? So I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna use that rotary feature. And this black thread then gets in those grooves of that rubber tubing and adds not only a color contrast rib, but it digs into it and it adds a really, in my opinion, the fish tend to agree, a cool textural or silhouette based. I mean, look at that. How could you even resist that? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and tie that off somehow. There's some really tight quarters here. Oopsie. There we go. I'm gonna spin that. I'm gonna tie that off like that, man. Now, I'm gonna do that one time. Okay, and then you're just gonna trim the tag off. Now you can, hopefully you can see that there's a hot spot underneath that rubber legging. I can't see anything in here. Maybe if that'll help, maybe. No. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that extra tag there. Now I just like to put the tiniest bit of natural rabbit dubbing, and we like to shoot rabbits around here, so we have plenty of that. Good old Daisy BB gun. Get you all the dubbing you need. Alrighty, that's a huge dubbing noodle. So we're gonna make that super tight. We don't want too much on there, and then we're gonna just do that really tight so it doesn't cover up all that little hotness. Oh yeah, oh that looks good. That is going to absolutely slay fish. You're not even gonna know what to do with this bug. All the fish you're gonna catch. There we go. We'll just do maybe. I'm not really happy with that whip finish there because it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. It's really flat thread. So maybe I'll just spin that thread a little bit. And then I'm going to do it. Oh yeah. Oh, that's money right there. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go pop that off. I'm gonna boom, pop. And then I lost my scissors. There we go. Doesn't even matter. You can just leave it attached to the thread. Still just slay fish. So there you go. So that is a version of Big T's rubber leg nymph. That is, I don't know how to do this, Spencer. How do I do that? It'd be nice if I know how to work my camera. What's up, bro? So can you guys see that little thing there? Let me see. It's got like a little hot spot. I'll show a picture of it anyway. It's pretty killer, right, Spencer? You want to eat it? Like Spencer wants it for breakfast. Later.